I'm hitting the button. Don't tell me what to do, Gravy. Just you know.
There's a big ass blue button on the right side of the computer that says "Go Live." How hard is that?
Man, you know what? You need to go camping for a little bit longer, bro. Come on now, dude.
Let's go. Man.
You need to go back out into the wilderness. I thought the wilderness was gonna give you some like relaxation. You were gonna be cool. Come back.
It did.
All
and I came back, and then I fucking came back home. That's what it was.
And then you came back home, and you're just like, "Fuck this place."
Go back to my camp, my out in the wilderness self. Out in the wilderness, Gravy is totally different from the coming back home.
I can imagine.
But thanks for checking up on me, seeing if I've been drowned or you know.
You went to the mountains, not to the lake. There's a difference.
Or get eaten by a mountain lion, or get eaten by, or Anna throw me off a rock or something, you know.
Well, I would understand if she threw you on the rocks. I get it. I understand.
Would you blame me, or you wouldn't even blame her? Huh?
Oh no. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, I bet you. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I would blame you.
If she would have hit me up and be like, "Hey, Lo, man, my bad. Like, you know, Gravy. I had a drama." And she was like, "Oh, you know, he just had an accident in the lake." I'll be like, "I get it. I understand."
Go out Theo style. Like, hey, all right.
What is going on? What's up? Oh shit!
Gravy's here.
For the first time in many, many moons. Gabe's on time. What the fuck is going
on? I thought we had like breaking news or something. I guess that is breaking news, huh?
We got breaking news right now. Coming out of Riverside.
I was in the mountains with very, very little Wi-Fi access. It took me 30 minutes to text "What's up, dudes?" on the phone. Great show with Maine, bro. That was a great show with Maine.
Really, it was. I thought I was gonna get all kinds of.
Actually, Lo, I gotta give you credit, man. You were dope, bro. You ready to go? The 5 or 6 words that you said was dope.
They were articulate. You knew what you were talking about.
You put them all together perfectly. Gabe and man were getting at it. They do their normal thing.
they on that shit. Like, luckily, man. I think it's because I'm growing out my hair, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't.
Let me see that mop. Let me see that mop.
I'm growing this out, but like, you know what I mean? And I can't grow this out. This is the only thing I can grow out. So
you're almost ready for the fucking chongo, bro, in the top. You look like
I'm working on it, bro. I'm gonna put the little tail right here. Shit, by game.
You're gonna get braids, huh? You're gonna be looking like one of them fools with braids. 50-year-old braids. You got braids in your hair. 50 years old.
Hey, you know what? I just want to let you know something, bro. You know, besides the Raider Nation and stuff like that, on this show, this was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I got the bad news that Jerome died. And I didn't know how, but I seen it today. So, you know.
Yeah, dope. It's dope, huh?
Don't say nothing else.
Oh, you're almost done.
Yeah, I know. I'm on. I got like a couple more episodes. But...
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. Shit. Anyways, man, welcome to Raider Nation Live. I'm your host, Lo. We got Coach Gravy in the building. And always, Raider Gabe is on time. He's not getting fined.
3 minutes late. He was watching.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody had a good week. We were live Thursday with Maine. Maine, that was a good show, man. Shout out Sports Man. We will have him on again coming up shortly because I know Gravy wants to chop it up with the two. But Gravy just came out of the woods looking refreshed, but, you know, hopefully like the woods gave you some peace. You know what I mean? About with everything's going on, because right when you left, that right before we actually went live, that's when fucking the news of Christian Wilkins. The former Raider, Christian Wilkins, is gone and stuff like that. We're gonna get to the chat real quick, man, and we'll get into it, man. I know Gravy has a couple things to say about that, but man, hopefully you guys had a good weekend, man. You know, we're gonna try to end it off strong. You know, it's 6 weeks till fucking game day, man. 6 weeks. It's gonna be pretty good, man.
Maybe.
I know it's gonna be pretty dope.
A couple weeks till about a week and a half until first first preseason, right? Fourth?
Yeah. I think it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
The Hall of Fame games this week, isn't it? Or coming up?
Yeah.
This weekend. Yeah, this weekend. All right, man. I'm gonna get to the chat real quick and we'll get into it. Psycho, what up, bro? I think I'm not. I think I can make the live tonight. If not, fuck the Chiefs. Fuck the Chiefs. Let's go. Pena's in the building. What up? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. I haven't seen you in a minute, Pena. Good seeing you, bro. Raider Shield family, what's good, bro? Raider Dad, what's up? How you doing? I was wondering where the hell you're at. Talking about Gravy. Shout out OG. Hopefully you're having a good one, brother. Low Gravy. Sup, Uso. How you doing, man? Hopefully you're doing good. Phantom Show. LOL. My opinion in the building. What's up, bro? Salute to you, brother. Showing love. I heard Greedy Vance is doing good at camp. Greedy Vance? Who's that?
Greedy Vance. He was I think we got him undrafted, right?
Well, oh, that was okay. I know what you're talking about. All right. Salute. OG is saying salute to everybody, man. Salute to you, man. To hear what happened with Wilkins is nasty work. Tickling feels. Yeah, bro. A lot of people are on some other shit about it. Under 2 weeks for gambling on football. Let's go. How's Junkies, man? Hopefully you're having a good one, bro. I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hey, man, if you guys, like house music, whatever, not go over there to House Junkies. I think he's on Instagram doing this thing and also TikTok, man. Got some shit going, bro. John Leon, what up, bro? Salute to you. Delumen, what's good, bro? Salute, man. Hopefully you're having a good one. Trap God. When LC does good in person, in preseason, all the LC lovers are going to be out of here like Highness on MC Magic concert. Fuck. Hey, good one, Trap. Said, Myra, what up? Good evening, fellas. Home opener weekend is going to be lit. Looking for some sponsors for some Floor Canelo Crawford tickets. She said sponsors. Stupid. Steve Luna, what's up? Brandon Deb said, I'm more upset about Spillane than Wilkins. Still. Dang. In the fields. Come on now. It's not that serious. But no, I mean, we have to move on. I know he did. He went to the enemy. But yeah, shit. Yeah, Deb. Hopefully you're having a good weekend too. So Gravy, talk to me, man. Well, yeah, I know you've seen all the reports. I know you've seen everything because, like, when we first got for breaking news, it was still kind of shady about what was going on and stuff like that. So it's like we really didn't know what was going on. From what I heard is that it's gonna take. We're gonna get $8 million for this year because it was after pre-June, July or something like that. So that's post. Yeah, so if you would have got cut pre, then they would have saved like 27 mil. But right now it's supposed to be at 8. Now they're supposed to be giving he's supposed to file agreements within the next 50 days, 45 days, whatever, whatnot. And but yeah, man, so we're supposed to be getting 8 mil as of right now until everything goes to plan.
This year. 8 mil this year and like 26 or something like that. Around 20.
Yeah. So, Gravy, talk to me, brother. How do you feel about it? Because we were basically talking about the whole show about that. So talk to me.
I didn't hear it. It was spotty at best. When I didn't listen to what you said about Wilkins, but as expected, I knew something was up with as far as his injury. It doesn't, take this long or whatever. But we can't be happy about it. You know what I mean? Are we going to do another season of just depending on fucking Max again? That's the way I see it. With him, with Wilkins, it's okay, whatever. But I just want to let people. We were 2-2 when we had Wilkins in the games, the 5 games he played. So I don't know if that's an impact that after that we went on a 10-game losing streak when he was out. So all the guys that we're talking about, that lost those games, and we're saying that we don't have a spot there that we need to take care of. Then and he's gone. I accept that. I'm glad it's kind of over with. All we're gonna hear about is his grievances and shit. But I'm already hearing some tripped out shit. Auntie put something in the Holler Squad chat that he was weird. He was doing some weird shit. So I don't know if that's the case. Then it really doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter what didn't take. I guess he was the type of guy that didn't take that rehab serious, and you know that the new attitude of the Raiders now is not taking that, and we see that right off the bat. Doesn't matter who you are, if you don't do what they want to do, then they'll get rid of you. But it's more than what everybody's saying. It's more. There's more in the locker room than what it is really. To get rid of a guy, you could do your rehab and you could tell him you ain't gonna get paid. If you're not taking this seriously, it had to be something to release you. That's bad, bro. When you do that, that's not. Oh, he told somebody fuck you or whatever. It's bad when you that much guaranteed money and then it's gonna be bad. We're gonna find out more shit about it, and then. We can't go one season without shit popping out with our players.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of like that's us. I like your shirt, game. That shit's tight as fuck, bro. Where'd you get that at?
At Bakersfield.
Oh, Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that you got? Oh shit, from is that what is it? What's the name that was next to us?
I think so.
Most Wanted, Nation's Most Wanted, or something like that. Yeah, that's
yeah.
what's up. Let's tie that shirt. Shout out Nation's Most Wanted, bro. So there's one thing I did here, and it was from I was watching. Every once in a while, I'll be watching. What the hell's his name? Fuck. Nightcap with what the fuck is his name? Shannon Sharp. There you go. And Ocho. So they were talking about it, right? So a lot of people thinking it was a Les Frank fracture. It actually wasn't. It was a Jones fracture. It's the bone that's behind that. And it broke off like right. It's like the part that hooks up to the bottom of your heel. And he was basically saying that from what he was saying is that like he was there in the building but wasn't doing the rehab. Like he was just there. Like he wasn't doing the rehab. Yeah, just get a paycheck. Yeah, and he kept on saying. Then when they seen the dancing video, that was like, yeah, that's a wrap. Because they even showed the video on it and stuff like that. And they're talking about players that have done stuff like that before. If they didn't want to be there in the first place, they just turned around and got the money. And pretty much, if you really look at it, that's kind of like what he did. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, because there's also reports of the Raiders were, I guess, contemplating this the whole year. So, and it looks like with the video and all of the shit, it looks like they were gathering enough shit to be like, to have this done. Because they knew he was going to file for grievance regardless. Yeah. That's going to happen one way or another because guaranteed money. So the Raiders, I think, were trying to, which is, in some cases, you kind of still feel like, damn, organizations are like, the organization's doing that, that's kind of fucked up. But if he wasn't taking his rehab, seriously, or he wasn't trying to really actually get back on the field, that's more fucked up. He's just taking, free money type shit. But, it's something that I think with that report just showed me that they were probably working on this to try to get a reason to get rid of him.
I think so too. And
that dance video was,
big guy with a foot injury like that. I think that they probably would. And into fruition now, I think that this guy's gonna have problems. That foot ain't never gonna heal for as long as he plays football. So he's always going to be a reoccurring thing. It doesn't go away. The guys that I know, they were big guys that I knew that had minimal shit like that, but didn't get the surgery and then surgery's not working for him. So he's going to have problems getting problems getting money. So.
See, another thing too is if he turns around and goes signs with anybody, first off, he's got to pass. You know what I mean? He's going to have to end up passing all the
he won't pass a physical.
He won't pass a physical, right? So he's gonna have to do that for one, and then top it all off. If he turns around and ends up playing, because there's already talk about him going to New England, and so if he's already trying to do that, I mean, cool, like whatever. But if he turns around and ends up on the field,
New England does have a lot of money left.
Yeah, and if they end up doing some shit like that, and then doing whatever that they're gonna do, he does it, and then he's on the field by game 1, game 2, bro, like that. That right there he's gonna lose his grievance. So now he has to ride it out. Hopefully somebody picks him up, but most likely they're not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
I have to prove that he dishonored what he was supposed to do to be playing. He's getting that guaranteed money to play. You know what I mean? So if he doesn't, if he's not playing, then yeah, the Raiders aren't liable to. They signed a contract. The Raiders, yeah, and you got to get it. Guaranteed money. That's what they want the most. The money that he's gonna get.
This could be a reason why, though. Don't you think? Right here,
yes.
that video, because
I was gonna say that
because the doctors. I remember the doctors. If one thing the Raiders have said, and the only thing that has came out, the only thing that really came out from news from Wilkins is that they had wanted him back in a walking boot, right? So him dancing in Crocs, I think this is like a spot on comment right here, though. Like, I think he was mocking the doctor's opinion, and that's what kind of is going to, I think, at the end of the day, hopefully, I mean, for the organization's fact, I mean, because if it is true, it's fucked up. He shouldn't be getting away with like just, going out there and mocking, like if they just want, if at least the team is the best interest is for him to get back on the field, and he's just, like never minding it. That's not. That I won't put on the organization. That I put on him.
They have a grievance to say, hey, we're not going to pay you this money that we owe you, and you're going to get, but we're fighting it. You're not getting paid for not doing the work to get better. You're not doing it. And I think it escalated just to that video. He probably just finished working out, and they took the tape off. We don't know. You know what I mean? And he could stand around with no fucking brace on. We don't know how it was healed, how it was healing, but I understand why that like I said, it pertained to this. He had to do more, and they had to see more than just that. He had to be fucking around for a while. Then they said, no, we're tired of this shit. We're not gonna pay you for a business to say, and a player like he is. All of us right now are saying, fuck him. He wasn't worth it anyways. We're all saying that. But if you look and see that we played well when he was in the game, and
of course
now, and then when I say what are we gonna do now, it's like, really, what we gonna do now? We can say all next man up, we can say all this shit, but all our defense is depending on now is just Max Crosby again for the fucking 5th, 6th year in a row. Max Crosby, go ahead and do it. You know what I mean?
Nah,
hoping Coots has a fucking good season.
I think Coots is. And number 9.
Number 9 all the time.
I agree with that.
It's time for number 9. I'm gonna get a shirt says that.
I don't agree with that.
They're moving him inside.
The three technique.
That's
what reports are saying.
I said I wasn't gonna downplay, but
but hey, did you hear about the news about? And this, I kind of talked about this before even like the news broke. Like not news broke, but like when Pete kind of talked about Jamal Adams moving to linebacker because of his shit like that. I was kind of talking about this on the last show where I was saying that the Raiders were going about the linebacker position in a different route, where they have these bigger safeties, and I was even talking about Jamal Adams is one of the bigger safeties who could drop in the box and play that linebacker role. But we needed to where that's the guy that we're asking to now guard tight ends and shit like that, where it's not like it's not as where because we were all worried about. Well, I wasn't as much because I believe more in Pratt, but like a lot of people do have they're questioning, like Gravy's one of them too, like they're questioning in our linebackers, coverage, you know what I mean? Their coverage abilities. So it's like, I think that to me, I think Jamal Adams might not be fast enough or whatever to be like to keep that back end, safer anymore like that. But I think this transition might be good for him. I mean, like, especially, I don't know. I'm going to trust Pete's word more, especially because Pete already kind of talked him up, saying that he's playing great with great aggressiveness and he looked like he could make a smooth transition to the linebacker.
Yeah, well, if you shout out Raider Alex, bro. I was watching it earlier. I was watching his little film breakdown and stuff like that. He is a little bit longer than two because he's been in the league for so long. He's a little bit slower. He's always getting burnt as far as being outside the box. You know what I mean? And most of the tackles and stuff like that, he's basically when they're manning up or doing whatever they're doing on the back end, he's watching the running back. That is his main fucking goal. Like all the shit that he was saying with all good tackles and stuff like that, he was covering the running back. So he can cover the running back, read like the screens and when after the running back would turn around and hit his block and then go out to the flash, stuff like that, he was on it. That's like basically a linebacker, because he's not, he is a little bit smaller, but he's a bigger safety, right? But yeah,
around 225 right now they have him at, or something like that. Like they see him pretty, and that's not what was Diablo, that about the same size,
roughly, probably a little bit taller and stuff like that. So with him, it like, what I'm saying, and with the linebacking crew, stuff like that, Palomalu's gonna have to be that dude up top. You know what I mean?
We got another less athletic Diablo. That's what we got.
No, whoa. Come on, let's keep it a buck. 3-time fucking.
Do we know? Do you know why he wasn't playing in the NFL? He blew his fucking quad. He blew his quad.
Yeah.
He popped off the bone. That's why he's not playing football. So Pete Carroll does a favor, and then we just got another run stuffer like the 6 other fucking running backs we got. I don't want to say this, but look, I want to say this. If we heard what other guys, other respectable people that are in the building now, because people can watch, and like John, there's shit happening in the middle of the field. Trey Tucker got a ball in the middle of the field. Brock Bowers got a touchdown in the middle of the field. What was our fucking problem?
Middle field.
Our problem was the middle of the fucking field, bro. And then I just don't see Jamal Adams. He has a name, but he blew a quad. Wasn't in the NFL anymore. And then Pete Carroll, I see it's like AP shit with Jack Jones. Oh, you were good for me. Let's try you out again, and let's see what's going on. And you could cover running backs like Devin White can, you like Pratt can, like fucking the guy from the Steelers can. Okay, but who's gonna drop back and cover the fucking tight ends that always blow us up in the middle? Who's gonna do that? Constantly for the last 5 years.
That's my question. Run at that. I think the safeties are going to play the more role in having to guard the safety. That's why I think I think they're deeper. They're way deeper at safety, and they kind of made that like an emphasis. You know what I mean? They re-signed Palomalu. They went to go re-sign. I think the guy that they signed the most years for the most money in this offseason, which wasn't a great amount, but I mean was Chin, right? Chin, and then other than Geno, of course, but I'm talking about like our biggest defensive signing was Chin. You know what I mean? And then we got I keep hearing some good things with Trey Taylor. You know what I mean? In camp already. So and then we signed Jamal Adams. So it's like I think we're going to go a different route, like in trying to guard that tight end position to where it's going to be trying to use more athletic guys, more guys that are like a Chin or you know what I mean, or a Palomalu if you have to, and still have 2 safeties up top, but have one of those safeties, drop down. Which I think because that's what I was talking about. That's why I think they even moved Jamal into that linebacking role right now, because to already get used to it. Because when he does get playing time, I think that's the playing time he will get. I don't think he's going to be out there a great amount of time. I don't think, because like you said, he is long in the tooth. He did suffer that injury, but I also think that they're using him there specifically because when they do use him, they're going to use him in that type of role.
To where maybe Pratt will drop back into coverage. So
he can, or one of them linebackers that aren't really known. That's all I'm worried about, bro. Our back end is liable. It's a big ass liability, man, and our coverage is back there, and that's worse than the front that I'm thinking. It's got to work together, bro. It has to work together.
I'm excited though, man. I'm fucking football season's coming.
Yeah, I understand, bro. I understand. Everything's all good right now because we're getting excited for football, but you just gotta. I don't know if I'm different. I don't want to sour nobody's note. I'm down. I'm ready to go, but still, I'm not gonna say, oh, we're all good up front because we got rid of Wilkins now. I'm not saying that.
Oh no.
Who's saying that? I'm not like these other dudes. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'll be straight up with you.
If it does end up working out and we don't have to give that money to him, I mean, obviously we don't want to keep hearing this, but this shit does really look really good for next year though, because what we're at, I think we were sitting at the second most, gonna have the second most available money next year. With that will make us the team with the most money available if we're able to get that $28 million back, because we'll have them almost near $160 million or something like that to like spend if we get that 25 million added to what we're getting. So it's like we will have. I think that's when, like, if we do improve on this team, that's why I'm saying, like, I want to improve on this team, because from the beginning, I kind of thought, like, I don't want to get away from that now that, like, you know, it is getting closer to the season and we are, you know, a little bit more anxious because, you know, we are tired of fucking losing, of course. But like, I think at the beginning of this offseason, we kind of get back to that, to where it's Pete's first year, and I think he's building this team already in the right way, to where I just need to see improvement. I mean, I think that's what we talked about early. We need to see improvement with this team. I just want to see this team get better. Like, shit, if we win 7, 8 games, 9 games, that's gonna be fucking great. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I know a lot of people want the playoffs because they're fucking. You know what I mean? This organization's been starving for that shit for years. But like, I think with what they've done already, the steps to have that money available next year, and the steps that they've made already to like kind of draft what they've drafted, you know, kind of already kind of makes. Let's see what we have in Geno, see if that could finally fix the quarterback position, at least for now. And we want to go draft some, you know, we already got some guys in place like Bowers, you know, we got, you know, Powers Johnson and shit like that. So I just need to see a lot of improvement, but it's just kind of, we're kind of in a weird place because we are close. I think we are close to where, if we do go out and go get like a corner, like we were talking about in the last show, we could probably make actually a run at the fucking playoffs this year or something like that. Like we go out and go get trade for like a Hilton or somebody like that, you know, like to where we're able to solidify at least our fucking, you know, corner on the outsides. You know what I mean? It's like that gives me way more confidence in that. Like, damn, we're already building this team this good, then shit, what are we gonna be in the second year? That gives me more even fucking excitement for gives me more hope for my hope. You know what I mean?
Doubles downs on the hope. So shout out Jason Downs. Hey, just Downs what up. But like, I mean, you were with Wilkins gone and everything like that, regardless of whatever, it's still gonna be the same exact spot that we were at with him, even on the fucking field, but just taking up a space. Just taking up another spot for other people to actually want to be there. See, the thing is about being hungry in the NFL, bro. People want to stay. You know what I mean? These guys want to come out and actually really, really do something. So at this point, him being gone is only going to be better for us in a sense to have these guys try to grow into something. And like one of the things that I've told,
in a sense, you're right, bro. But none of those guys that we have there are Christian Wilkins. None of those. Yeah, just say it, bro. We gotta just be logical about it. The dudes are Pro Bowl. None of these dudes, they're young and they were this and that or whatever. But all we got is a hope that Kuntz has a year that we hope that he can be, and then Max Crosby again. Adam Butler is gonna do the. We can't expect these guys to have a massive season now because Wilkins is gone. I'm just adapting to the same way I was. We got to depend on Max again, and then pray to God that he doesn't get hurt or Coach get hurt, or we're fucked. And then we got a secondary that is going to be that's predictable. I just don't. I'm not bringing a sour note to people, but we can't be there. I can't be logically saying that we're going to be all right defensively or even offensively. You know, none of those guys are what can do what Christian Wilkins did. No matter what Christian Wilkins has been through right now, or his injury or whatever. When Christian Wilkins was in there, he was doing shit because we won 2 fucking games. Out of the 5 games that he was in, we won 2 of those games. After he was gone, I'm not saying that it mattered, but 10-game losing streak, bro. And after that, we only won 2 games.
But after he was gone, though, we did also respectively lose.
We lost a lot more people. That's why. I'm just letting you know that game. That when it was an impact. Obviously, it was an impact when he wasn't in there, bro. And we're pumping these dudes up. Hey, they could have a great year. I'm depending on that. But the guy there is gonna be.
I think even though we
can't sit there and say he's gonna ball out, be all right.
But I think our defense struggled more after. In rushing the quarterback, like when those two guys went down, we struggled more on the outside to where like Wilkins hurt for sure, like because we didn't have a guy up to his level. But I also think that, like I said, I think they've been planning for this. That's why they went out and go draft 2 defensive tackles. And, you know what I mean? They re-signed fucking Adam Butler and shit like that, which obviously we needed that anyway. But what I mean is that, like, I just don't think that, like, we're hurting. I think we weren't as bad. And then especially with the like you say, the personnel that we have at linebacker, it's mostly predicated, like you say, stopping the run anyway, which I think that's gonna help out the inside, you know, the interior defense anyway, with those type of linebackers that we have, those physical, you know, stop the run type of linebackers, to where that's gonna help out the interior defense. What gets me more, like you said, that and this is big. I've been saying this for years, like this is like pretty much important for any team. The health thing is, because we fucking, before the year started last year, we had Kuntz go down, you know what I mean? And then it was like a domino effect. Right after that was, you know, Max got hurt in the Ravens game and played a couple of games after that, but was never really the same. You know what I mean? He balled out in the Ravens game, fucking almost took it over by himself in the third and fourth quarter. But and Wilkins helped out too. But what I mean is that, like, I think those 2 defensive ends is going to help out with like just getting to the quarterback a lot more consistent than last year. I'm more worried about our outside presence. That's what I'm more worried about. Hopefully what I'm saying too, though is dominant enough to where it helps out that too, though, because if those 2 guys are getting to the quarterback fast enough, that obviously helps out our secondary. But it helps out everything that we're worried about, really, like our coverage linebacker, you know, situation, because if those guys, the best coverage is getting to the quarterback faster than the quarterback could get rid of the ball. So I mean, that's the best. That's just the best coverage for any defense, right? So Max and Kuntz's fucking injury, like their availability is going to be, I think, the biggest question on our defense.
Yeah.
So another year of saying, I hope those 2 don't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean that's how great players are built, though, right? Not getting hurt, because most great players that stay great are guys that are able, and Max has been able to do that for the most part, other than last year.
But also, I was confident on what. That's why we went and got Chase on from out there, and then Chase on did that.
Okay.
Now we're depending on Tyree Wilson and Snowden, and now these guys are. These guys need a breather or something like that. Well, Kuntz is starting on the other side. So besides the production and a hurt Crosby that we had last year, after that, I'm not saying we got to have a dude, but somebody to. We're doing this Tyree Wilson again. I'm like, God, when are we gonna stop that?
Man,
I forgot who said it.
You know when we're gonna stop that? You know when I'm gonna stop that? When he's not in the Raider uniform no more. Because while he's here, I hope
that's fucking next year, Gabe.
No, I mean, I hope it.
If Tyree Wilson gets 10 sacks this season, bro, I'll shave my fucking beard off.
What I mean is that, like,
we don't need that.
I'll shave my beard off if that motherfucker gets 10 sacks.
Because if you say, like, I hope it's next season, that means that he's gonna suck again this year. But if he is on this team again this next year, obviously I think this new regime is waiting to see what they got in him. But, like, I don't think they're going to put up with him for more than the year that they're probably going to have with him. Like, if he don't ball out this year or
he couldn't let a fire up his ass, and he didn't have. There was no choice but to put him in, Gabe, and he didn't do shit.
But AP is not.
There was no choice but to put the dude in. He didn't do shit, bro. Let's get somebody else. Fuck. Hanging on to these dudes ain't making us better.
But the thing is that we can't get nobody else right now. The thing is, right now we have him, and that's why I'm saying that'll stop when he's out of a Raider uniform. Because if he's here, I need whatever it is. It's something he needs to pull something out of his ass, something, because he needs to get better. He needs to at least show that he can stay on this team, because it's like you said, like, you're already tired of it. I'm pretty sure there's other fans tired of it. Maybe there's some even already people even in the organization that are probably even against him still being on the team. But what I'm saying is that that's already wearing thin, and you could only get to a certain amount. You could only wear thin on a certain amount of people, to where, like, he ain't got nothing else left. This is his last fucking stat. I don't think he's going to make it through the next year if he don't perform at all this year. He's going to need to perform above average level because they're not going to say, "Oh, we're not going to keep paying you a first round money like what or that we owe you," because this shit wasn't even all guaranteed. So it's like they're not going to keep continuing to pay him if they have to, if he's not producing at above average level, because he wasn't picked to be an average fucking player. He needs to be better this year, or else it's shit. And that's why, as long as he's here, fuck it, number 9, gotta shine.
I'm not that way anymore, Gabe. I'm just saying, man, what have you done for me? Nothing. So
hold up. Before we go on, availability gave us $2. He said, "Y'all gonna need me. You ain't had me in a while." Shout out availability.
Production.
That's good shit.
From people that we fall in love with. That's what I want. That's all I want. That's all I want. Move him inside. He's not nothing inside.
He's on year 3 and still learning.
Like Sportsbane said, he already got back to him, right? Like I guess because he heard sports. He already heard. He's been hearing some shit around, right? Because Sportsbane said he got back to him and said, I'm going to dominate. Not dominate. I think around the words of, he said that he's going to eat this year or something like that, right? So let's see.
Yeah. But yeah, I like this shit right here. He's going on year 3 and he's still learning. That's a wrap. For a first round draft pick? Nah.
That's embarrassing. Only us would say, "Oh, it's cool. We picked you 7th in the draft and you're fucking in your 3rd year and ain't done shit." We're the only ones that would say, "That's cool. That's good. Next year, bro. You'll ball out next year."
No, because he might not ball out next year. He might have, to be honest, he could be so thin on some people's list that, like, I mean, obviously, I've heard some shit, around camp to where I guess they said that they're moving him inside, so that means that they have some plan for him. And earlier a couple weeks ago, they said that I guess he was doing good or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because I think Sanjit had a video where he was talking about, Tyree was doing a lot better or something like that, or even looks stronger or whatever it is. But the thing is that, like, he might be so thin that he could probably not make it even through camp. The thing is that he needs to perform right now. He might not even make it to next year, like you're saying. But while he's here right now, like in camp, he needs to perform. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like he needs to perform. Like
that game, that doesn't bother you when you say that about a guy that's supposed to be like, "Oh, he better ball out."
Yeah,
you shouldn't have.
It could bother me.
The thing is that about a dude. Like
the thing is that it could bother me, but that's not gonna stop me from still wanting them to be good because he's still on this team.
It's just so easy not to agree with what he does, bro. For me, it's so easy, and it's not that I'm sour. Just where's the production? And like if you go to the DBs, we're so young there, and I understand that.
Hey,
and
man,
I want to
grow
ball
up
out
sometime. They gotta grow up sometime.
The Starks don't need to grow up, bro. Starks don't need to. You're gonna go out there and fucking have Stokes out there, bro. You're gonna have Stokes out there, bro, at starting right now. And that's what I'm cool with JB and D-Cam, bro. I'm cool with JB and D-Cam right there. 3-year starter, 2-year starter. They're the ones that showed me they could do some shit. Why we messing it up, putting Stokes that never done shit? Done nothing. Rookie season. That's it. That's the only production he had 4 years ago. That's it, Gabe. That is it.
No, Stokes' best year was last year.
Or 23,
that was his first year. First year of playing a whole year, actually, of 17 games.
Exactly.
Because every other game he only played like at least
half
the season. But I know
we're saying, he's gonna ball out. Can't do that, bro. I get frustrated when I see him on the starting lineup. I get worried. That's what I get. I don't get frustrated. I get worried. I said, man, it's gonna be a long one with this dude out there.
I don't know, man. I think that this is going to be, because sometimes a lot of defenses that are good, man, they create the stars. It depends on, sometimes systems create stars on defense. So it's like that's what I'm kind of hoping for, that Pete brings to this defense, because that's what it's been missing, like an actual identity of where they're good in the back end, and like that's supposed to be Pete's fucking specialty, to where like He's gotten, time after time, all pro fucking, safety, all pro corner, all pro, safety again. You know what I mean? Couple all pro safeties, and he's had, Earl Thomas. He's had, Cam Chancellor. He's had Jamal Adams, dude. He's had fucking, Sherman, dude, Maxwell, Browner. Like the list goes on and on and on with their DBs that he's been able to produce under him. So it's like that's what you're hoping that he can have with these guys. Maybe resurrect some of their careers, maybe make some of these guys players that they haven't became yet. You know what I mean? And then like that Darian Porter kid, he looks like he could really become something, man. Like he looks like they picked him to be like his version of a Richard Sherman.
Yeah, the only thing is that today or one of the things that I posted on the IG page is that freaking that he got cooked by Geno and fucking
Tyree.
No, by Bowers.
Was it Bowers or was it Trey Tucker? I don't know. It was in the middle of the field. I heard that too. Middle of the field.
He's a rookie though. Like you want to see that shit happen in camp too. Where like the thing is though, like how is he going to produce tomorrow? How is he going to react to that tomorrow when he got burned today? Like that's what the things you want to see. Like because he's a rookie, I know that's going to happen. To where you got a veteran quarterback and a guy that maybe a receiver, a third-year receiver or fourth-year receiver, whatever it is. Like you expect some of that shit to happen early in camp, especially early in camp. We're barely 3-4 days in, so it's like it's how is he going to react to it on Monday? How is he going to react to it on Tuesday and Wednesday and shit like that? So it's like it's I think it's just accumulate. Like now it's just a wait and see game until like we see them actually on the field in preseason. You know what I mean? When they're actually out there in pads and shit like that. So,
well, yeah, but see, Jason Downs is right too. Brock is going to cook everybody, but he was on him though. He was like, it had to be a perfect ass throw.
He was right there. He was right there. I think I know what player you're talking about. Yeah. He was right there, bro. Like Brock, that shit. Like he designed it. I mean, not. He hit it perfect to where he didn't make his hands available
till late.
DB until late, and it was a perfect throw. Yeah. But the DB was still right there to try to make a play on it. But it's like you got probably the best tight end in the game right now, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like he was the All-Pro tight end last year as a rookie. So that's not far-fetched. Like he could be the best tight end in the game already.
Yeah, in my opinion, I heard that too. It's heard that JPJ was with the seconds and Meredith was at center. It wasn't Meredith; it was somebody else.
I think they're gonna be doing that about a lot of people. They're gonna have a lot of dudes playing with the first team and subbing in and out because they need a big situational football to where like if a guy goes down, they need to have that other guy ready.
Yeah. Tyree eats corn the long way. Fucking D-Mokes, bro. You're a fool.
Shout out to the 50, man. Shout out to the 50. Hit the like button.
Yeah.
Our opponent's defense will be game planned around Brock Bowers. Yeah, that is true. True.
Who we got after that?
I'll look it up right now.
My biggest concern with this team, House Junkies,
go-to guy we got after that.
The young,
we got a question right here too.
The youngness of our team, to where like we're gonna have a lot of like you said, we're gonna probably have a lot of like. Learning moments, you know what I mean? Like teaching moments and shit like that because we are young, but like, I just want to see this team get it. But I will say that this team, like, if I have confidence in anybody, like, and I think we fucking came up with this the last time, the hope for our hope is like, Pete has me at least confident in that. Like, if anybody's going to be able to get this young bunch or whatever it is, like, or these group of like guys that we might not think that they might not work or whatever, like ready, I think it's Pete that I'm gonna give the nod to. So it's like I trust enough in Pete that he's gonna have these guys as ready as at least he can be. You know what I mean? Once the season starts, like they won't be bad coach. Like now it's the personnel, like you say that's your worry, gravy with like the Stokes and that shit around there. But I think they'll be well coached, and I think that's that goes a long way in football for sure. The coaching.
That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. But when you see the dude, and then I think that maybe that
it was
Stokes
Meredith. It was
is what he is. But fuck, man, the dude. He wasn't a starter from the get. Now he's starting for the Raiders, and I'm like, JB started, the D camp started against dope ass receivers, bro. And I'm looking ahead, bro. I'm looking at our schedule, and I'm saying, "Wow, look at what Stokes has to go get." You can say right now, looking what Stokes has done, Gabe, and look at what D-Cam is gonna be. Who's better, bro? D-Cam is better. So
yeah,
why is
but I
this
think we're
guy
gonna have to,
not?
but we might have to worry about not worry. I think we're gonna have to depend on maybe a little bit of more. Stokes is maybe like veteranist early. I think that's why he might be in the starting lineup early, because D-Cam is probably still good. Because I did hear some good things out of camp about D-Cam, you know, these last couple of days too, where he's lining up against Thornton and holding his own with Thornton and shit like that, which he should be. It's a rookie against things, but you know, Thornton has been balling, dog. Thornton has been balling out there. Every day you hear something about Thornton catching a couple passes, like every day. Geno to Thornton, you know, had a connection with Thornton late and deep, and this and that, like on the sideline, and touchdown to Tucker, and I mean, sounding good. But I think our defensive backs, we could use a little help, and I've been saying that.
Yeah, my opinion is saying, it was Meredith that he was asking about. That was taking snaps, but it's just a rotational thing. But he's saying, you thinking that they're going to put JPJ at I think
to me that's just the dumbest thing ever. Like, do not move JPJ from center ever again.
No, I don't think so. No, I'm not bueno to ask a question. You guys in touch with Caleb Rogers getting into it with Coon? Yeah, I didn't even know that happened.
I mean, hey, I like that. I like that fucking attitude from a rookie. I like that shit. Only gonna be scared out there, man. Like, hey, I don't give a fuck who you are, man. Like, I'm here on this team now too. Like, obviously there's respect, and I'm pretty sure that's not gonna, you know, leak into the locker room type shit to where like he's gonna carry that shit, because pretty sure the veterans would give him a talk or whatever it is, that whatever happened. I don't even know what happened, to be honest. But I just like the fact that he stood up for himself, dog, in practice. Fuck it.
Yeah. Hey, we got a question from House Junkies, man. Shout out House. What is your biggest concern this season though? Like, well, what is your biggest concern? Me personally, I'll just go first real quick. Regardless of whoever's going to be on the field, whatever or not, is them not figuring out their ability on how to win. That's my biggest concern. Them consistently moving forward on learning how to win together as a team. That's my biggest concern. When the chips start falling down, we're down by a couple scores, stuff like that. I've never really wanted to say this, bro, but there's been a couple times when I've rewatched Geno's highlights, and most of the time people are just looking at him and what he does and with the throws. But then I'm looking at the scores of some of those highlights, man. 3-31. 28 to or like 21 to like 0, like, and he's doing these highlights, and a lot of the highlights are him coming from behind, which is basically garbage time. So I'm not saying that he's not way better than what we've had in a long time. I'm just saying I need to make sure that when they start getting down in points, that this team could move forward regardless of who's on the field, who's hurt or not. That's my biggest concern. You guys?
What is our biggest concern?
You're muted. You're muted, Gabe.
I think I said it earlier. I think my biggest concern is just, you know, growing up. I think the growing up part, like, hopefully they could grow up faster than you know, like, than usual, dog. Because I mean, I know it's a big ask, but I think we have the coaching to do it. But it's just, I think that's going to be a big concern early. Yeah. Like, some of these guys are going to probably hit the field soon, like early. I mean, they're going to be asked to hit the field early, you know, Thorntons, the Darian Porters, you know what I mean? Like, especially some of these defensive tackles now get, you know, a lot more into the fold now too. So I just hopefully the coaching is significant enough to where, you know, we get to see that part come out quick, and hopefully they get to bring out more of, like, we're talking about Tyree, we're talking about even other guys like Palomao, even, like, we've already seen Palomao kind of get better, even with coaching that we thought that was not as good as the coaching that we have now. You know what I mean? So hopefully that this even continues to his ascent. You know what I mean? Like his ascending up. You know what I mean? Hopefully he even gets even better now. So it's like it's it's just the development of the guys. Hopefully they're able to get along a lot faster because the coaching is paying dividends. Like that's just my biggest concern right now, because we got the coaching, but like now it's just hopefully it pays dividends in on the field, bro. Because man, we've been fucking eating that shit, though. Like we've had players here and there, but I think that's what we've been missing for a long time. An actual coach who can get the best out of a player who's maybe not considered that good. You know what I mean? Maybe not considered that good or hasn't been considered that good around the league. But like sometimes coaching can make that player play out of his mind, dog. So that's what I'm hoping for. That's the thing. I think that's my biggest concern. Can Pete still be that guy to continue to get those guys the best out of those guys? Because he has done it before. Can Pete still be that guy after even taking a year off? I think that's my biggest concern.
Yeah. What you got, Gravy?
My biggest concern is what we talked about, bro. That secondary, bro. That middle of the field. And that's basically two positions, you know what I mean, or three, the corners, the safeties, and the linebackers. I don't see anybody, you know, we got a run stuff in safety, two run stuff in safeties. Pal Miles, the only one that can cover, and we're liable at that, I think, still. But
Trey Taylor's a dark horse.
They're new guys. They're new guys, so we will see. But you know, with the past is not in their reps that they been doing as far as covering the middle of the field. That was our problem, dude, and it's been a problem since even before Patrick Graham was here. It's been a problem with him. I don't know if he can't scheme it or do it, but we get demoralized in games in that area. And then if we're on a wait and see basis, then it's gonna be another year of that. We're gonna be saying fuck when it's 3rd and 18 and they get a first down again and again and again. I just want that to fucking stop, bro. I just want it to stop, and it hasn't, dude. We talk about that shit at half times of games. Why in the fucking 3rd and 19, do whatever, this and that. Every tight end has a career year against us. We made that Jonah motherfucker from Miami have a super year. It started when we played against them. His all-pro year started when we played against them. And so why do we let that happen year after year after year when Patrick Graham was here? Is it a problem with Patrick Graham, or is it, you know, who we had out there? We think the world of these players, and it's not going to stop. Even Pete Carroll said in his press conference, we're young in fucking the secondary. And that frightened me, dude. That frightened me when your head coach says that. I go, oh, so remember when I said Pete Carroll early starts saying, yeah, we're a young team. We're going to go through the lumps and all this. That means right there, they're not confident on what they have out there, to me.
But
coaches say that.
He expects us to win 10 games, though.
Yep.
He
and
also,
no, yeah,
I
he
love
did.
that. I love that, bro. I love that. And I would say that too if I was a coach. I'm going to bring my players down, but he said, we're young over there. That means, all right, expect this. In code, in football, in coaching terms,
I feel you there.
Expect some problems.
No, I feel you there, but I feel like if he didn't have any confidence in this team, I just think he don't even bring up a record. I don't even think he brings up I possibly could win 10 games. I think that he has some confidence, because to say that to win 10 games, that's pretty bold. You know what I mean? Like to go out and say you would have, like in your first year, like he could have just said nothing. He could have just been like, I feel like we're a much better, much improved team, and you know, like that typical fucking washed down answer to where it's like we're gonna be a better team and we're gonna give it all go out there. So it's like I just think that he has some confidence, because to say that we're gonna win 10 games, that's showing some confidence.
Well, like, shout out my opinion.
Ain't no coach gonna go out there and say we're gonna win 5 games, bro. Ain't no coach.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I see that shit.
I understand that. No, I totally understand that. But I think, like, if you don't think you're gonna be that good of a team, or like you think that you're a like you say, if you think that you're a growing team or a real young team, you're just not even going to mention a record. You're not even going to mention anything like that in a press conference. You're going to go around that answer. You're going to go around that answer by giving your typical fucking, PR answer, fucking public relations answer, where they're saying,
"But what is it? Over young?
We're a better team.
We're gonna let shit happen.
We're a very young team, and we're very improved. You know, like that, those type of shit that the fucking coaches always say. Like we're real young, but we're very improved."
No, what he did. This is what he did say. He said he is known for a long time. He has been known to play young guys. People would always say that it wasn't going to work, but then that's what he's known for. And then after that, he followed up with we're going to win in 10 games and shit like that. But hey, man, I don't know if you guys know this. Huh? Patrick Graham is in the building, bro.
I wasn't happy that you got. I wasn't happy.
Right. Thanks for calling me out.
Thanks for the $2, bro, because that's what you're worth to me. I didn't want you back. I didn't want him back. I was like, oh, fuck. But you know why, bro? He's getting groomed by Mark Davis to be the next coach of the fucking Las Vegas Rams.
Well, hey, man, if Patrick Graham can turn around, shout out Patrick Graham. If he turns around and is already good, like, you know, with he everywhere he's went, he's always had to either, like, okay, with what's the name, with Miami, they had a good defense when he was running that shit. Then when he came over here to us, and even in New York, they had a good defense. He put up a good squad together, right? But then when he came to us, he kind of had his fucking hands tied with fucking McDaniels, not letting him play Kuntz, playing a certain way, so on and so forth. So now you got a defensive-minded coach in Pete Carroll that's going to fucking show him what's up. You know, Chip Kelly is not going to be a head coach moving forward. So if Chip Kelly's offense is actually working,
I don't think
it'll be a good idea.
I don't think Pete takes the job if he didn't feel at least a little bit comfortable with Patrick Graham staying as the defensive coordinator, dog, because like Pete Carroll, regardless of like he was retired or whatever, like he could have got any one of these probably jobs that were open if he wanted, really wanted them. So it's like, I just don't think that if Pete really wanted a different like defensive coordinator, he probably would have went that route. Like I don't think there was probably the candidates probably were not, you know, available that he wanted either. So I'm not saying that this is the best, also like the best defensive coordinator out there either. But I'm just saying I think Pete had some type of, you know, like, okay, we'll stick with Patrick if he didn't, like, he had some comfortability, you know what I mean, with him, if because I don't think he takes the job if he's not comfortable with it. That's your defensive coordinator.
Well, he said no from the get. So obviously he said we got some work to do. Now he probably got motivated because Pete Carroll, he knows the type shit Pete Carroll's going to bring to an organization. And I'm not saying it's going to be all bad. It's not going to be bad. But Lowe brought up a great situation that he was in for New York, and then when he went to Miami, dude, he had players, bro. He had players there, bro. He had secondary.
He had Landon Roberts.
Young Landon Roberts, bro. But that doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that Landon Roberts was shining.
No, that was probably
he had
Landon Roberts' best year.
Who was the dude that Landon Roberts Spillane beat out? I mean, Spillane when he got hurt. Both of them did. What was his name?
Ooh.
The one that Spillane beat out or went in when he got hurt.
When in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
You're talking about
but he had Landon Roberts when he was with him on the other side. My bad. But
no. Landon Roberts wasn't there when Spillane was there. Landon Roberts, when Spillane was in Pittsburgh, Landon Roberts was in Miami.
He kind of replaced Spillane, really.
Yeah,
in Pittsburgh.
Like after, but then they had a couple other linebackers over there too. They had like that dude.
Dude, he had players, bro. If you look, bro, we can't. Fuck, I don't know if it's just me. Am I the only one that thinks like that? I don't want to, but fuck, man. I didn't want to be sour today, bro. I just got back. I felt good. I was thinking about what I was gonna say all fucking weekend. I was like, yeah. But I feel good. Man.
Hey,
Just
you guys.
look. I'm ready. I'm ready for the season. I want us to be good, man. But I'm looking at players like, well, and I'm seeing their, and I'm the type guy and coach that say, well, why can't this dude blossom? Why can't this guy get taught a better way? And why can't this? I'm into that. I'm into that, bro. When you got people
That's what's gonna happen.
You got in here, the young guys. I understand that. That's why I'm with JB and DCam back there, bro. I don't want to see fucking Lonnie Johnson and Stokes starting from a fucking team. I want to see the new, better players that are out there. I don't care if they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn the hard way because that's what we're into now. That's what we're into now. When you hear your head coach say, "Yeah, we're very young," that's code for me saying, you know what, they're gonna have some problems back. It's tough. And
Hey,
then they're not gonna get anybody.
I mean, he's not wrong though. We are fucking young as fuck.
He's not, bro. He's not wrong. But let's see those young guys. Don't put Stokes out there starting when oh my God. Green Bay saying, thank God this dude ain't playing with. We could have got the guy that he replaced because he was hurt.
I wouldn't say that much though, because if they felt that much about him, they wouldn't have started him 17 games either.
Because Jair Alexander got hurt.
I understand. No, I understand that though. I understand that, but like obviously he was the next man up, and he was still on a team that made it to the playoffs. He was still on a team that made it to the playoffs, and he still contributed. He was still out there and started 17 games. Like that's not nothing to sneeze at. Like it's like
17. You could go out there and start 17 games, but the dude has not even 20 in 4 years. The dude don't even have 20 fucking pass breaks.
What I mean is that they could have, if Green Bay was that much about it, they would have put in the next guy. He would have stood on the bench the whole year. That's what I mean. Like he's good enough to stay on the field. They didn't have nobody better, but they were still a playoff team, even with him on the field.
It was all around defense. That better
that's what I'm hoping for with this team, where I think he's going to be in not a better probably defense over, but we have, if you look at Green Bay's, like their defensive players as a whole, I think we could match up for them like player for player, because they don't have a Max Crosby. They don't have
we have JB and DCam over there. We can match up with them, but not with fucking Stokes.
I think Stokes is a type of corner that Pete likes. Bigger corner, 6'1", 6'2", you know what I mean, longer arm corner too, where he's a big corner. It's just his thing has been staying on the field too. I actually was, even when we signed him, I thought that was one of the better maybe free agent signings that we got from this year, just because he was the only guy that actually started all games last year. But I know it was because of injury, but Jair Alexander is a fucking baller. So I mean, playing behind Jair Alexander isn't also like anything like bad either. Like I mean, dude's an all pro, like fucking Pro Bowler too. You know what I mean?
Did we bring Jair Alexander in, dude? Did we bring him in, or was it just Shaquille Griffin?
No, he went to Baltimore.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck that! I'm going to a better team."
I just
probably ain't ever going to play.
I'm more worried about having Lonnie Johnson out there and being out there and starting, because he's been a perennial special teams dude, and like that. And that's what I've been talking about. I'm not as worried about the three even starters out there, to where you probably got, Stokes. You most likely got JB. And then you could go between probably Darian Porter and DCam, right? With those probably our four first guys. It's the depth what I'm worried about. To where the Darnay Holmes, you know what I mean? Like the guys, those guys that we're talking about, like the Lonnie Johnson, you know what I mean? Those guys that he's been only special teams, like that's where I'm worried about more. Like if any of those guys go down, to where that's worries me more about Stokes, because the last year was his only year that he's been healthy, to where if he goes down, now you got to worry about JB and possibly DCam being your starters, which I know you feel healthy with that, but like I know you feel more comfortable with that than actually Stokes. But what I'm saying is that, like, either way, it starts getting thinner and thinner, and it gets thin real quick with our DBs. You know what I mean? Especially our corners. It gets really thin real quick with any injury.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, if your head coach is saying, "Hey, we're really young down there," it means that he's more confident in the super young guys that we have. Stokes is a veteran, bro. He should have another contract already.
We have Greedy Vance too, and I got
Greedy,
you. I got you.
Greedy Vance is young, undrafted guy. I'm not gonna bitch about Greedy Vance, bro, because he's up and coming. You know what I mean?
I'm just worried about our depth. That's more worried. I'm worried about that the most.
Who's gonna start for us? And if we're happy with Lonnie Johnson, oh, watch out, Lonnie Johnson's gonna go in there. What the fuck is he gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Can't be comfortable. I want him to ball out, bro. Prove me wrong and shit. All these dudes I'm talking about. But you can't sit there. We're all good on the defense. You can't say that. You know, even when these dudes, even when JB was in there, D-Cam was in there, we was a high 17, the middle of the pack defense. What happened? Why did you top that? You top it up with Stokes? You know what I mean? And Lonnie Johnson? Get somebody.
Hey, we were talking about. Remember we talked about. I think Maine brought up Jack Jones back to us, right? And we were like, if Gravy was here, he would be pissed off. But we didn't bring him back. But I guess he got brought back to. Brought back to the Dolphins.
Miami, good for him.
Not brought back, but he got brought back to the NFL. I mean, pretty much because he was a free agent, so he pretty much didn't have a job, and he just got signed with Miami.
Hey, yo, I just looked. I got a message and shit like that, and I got to show you guys this, bro. I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but Gravy said about this. So shout out to homie Josh, man. So check this shit out. I was looking at this shit.
Capping on me.
Oh, bro, it's fucking hilarious, bro. Check this out.
What he said? What up, John?
Reports are coming out from old teammates that Christian Wilkins is into some freaky stuff. Well, here's the clip of him sticking his finger up another man's ass. Game. Hey,
that's Josh.
Shit, what are you gonna do, man? Reports are coming out from old teammates that Christian.
That shit's fucking stupid.
That's football.
That's football. What kind of football are you playing?
I kind of like that signing Stokes. I really kind of thought that that was a big actually a much needed signing. I like Lonnie Johnson if Lonnie Johnson is just playing fucking special teams, because he actually is really good at that. Lonnie Johnson is actually really good at playing playing his role on special teams. I'm just more worried about the back end, actually, having to come in and guard us, second, third receiver if you have to, which I don't have much hope. I don't have much, a lot of hope in my hope with fucking Darnay Holmes and those guys, you know what I mean? So it's just that's where I'm most probably worried about.
Gabe, that's a guy that's gonna have to cover. A slot guy covers not just a receiver. You could eliminate a receiver and put tight ends there. That's what everybody has done to us, and we never improved in that situation. And we'll bring Chin down into the box. Okay, that's for the run, right? And Chin isn't known to be a pass covering genius. You know what I mean? But I just don't want to see the same problems. Then I'm gonna go ape shit again, like I was last year. That people were, Gravy, you were right. I hate to stand on my box and shit, but I was, bro. I just want to eliminate that we lost games because of that. Hence the Miami game, bro. We played good in that game. The defense and offense were productive. What happened? Why fucking away? Where's the guy? Where's the guy that's supposed to cover this dude at? Who was that? How many times has that happened?
I think JB got hurt in that game, right?
That's the game he got hurt.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Ask a Bum, man. He put another $5 up, man. You guys are bullshitting. I don't want to interrupt, but says I think the Raider Nation should taper down on their expectations of Geno. He's good, but he ain't the second coming of Drew Brees. Don't put too much on him. Man, come on, bro.
Yeah, that's one thing I will say. I've been saying that shit. I like Geno. Think he's a much improved quarterback than what we've had, but he ain't he's been middle of the pack quarterback his whole only for his last couple of years. Actually, I was about to say for his whole career, but he's only actually been a middle of the pack quarterback for the last couple of years, to where the first half of his career he was considered a fucking bum, to be honest. And
Well, I mean, you got to look at where he was.
It was, but he did get. But with all the respect, he has played his best ball with his most recent, and is actually his best ball was with under Pete. So that's the one thing that I do have, like, gives me a little bit more confidence. But it is, you know, like I will agree with that statement though. Like, please, like, you know, just be reserved and a little bit, you know, respectable of Drew Brees. You know, don't compare on the fucking field.
We ain't never said nothing like that, Oscar Bum. So yeah,
I wouldn't.
We're not talking about 80 neither, man. Come on, he's backup. That's
why
it,
not?
Man.
Why not? We're on this again, bro. We got to stop this shit, bro. There ain't
No,
no competition.
We ain't, bro. We
I know.
ain't.
That's what I'm saying. Not us, but we need to stop this. There's a quarterback competition out there, bro. There's a reason why he's balling, because he needs to. He needs to. People ain't saying he's pushing Geno. People are saying that him and that other quarterback that we just got. He's battling.
No, and
he's battling. I expect AOC. I expect AOC to be good. He just needs time.
I expect improvement. Like you say, it's his third year. You know, he should be getting improved. He should be improving. Like, but I still don't think it's not nowhere close to taking Geno's spot.
This is another thing too. How in the fuck is it the third year and he's as old as Geno? Makes no sense.
Because he was in the fucking college for fucking 10 years, bro. He's
like
36 already, bro.
Yeah.
He's like 30 fucking, he's young, but 20, I don't know how old he is, but
he's like 27.
Nah, bro. Stop that competition shit. There might be competition throughout the fucking whole rest of the team. But the quarterback position, game one, you know who's fucking starting for our team, bro. So quit that. There's no push.
I like to hear that AOC is getting improved. Hopefully, because who knows, we might need him. Hopefully not. Knock on wood, but hopefully now we don't. But it's good to hear that he's getting better. I hopefully, because we might have to call on him for maybe a game or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it's like, the thing is that stop with the fucking fake fucking talk.
You know, people are gonna roll with that, take it to the next fucking level. Next thing you know, we're gonna be saying, oh shit.
Hey, quick question. This is a good question too, talking about Geno and shit. And I just kind of want to follow up, but I want to get back to that though. Is Geno better than Rich before he came to the Raiders? It's a good question.
Is Geno better than
Rich Gannon? You can't really.
I don't think Rich ever got the chance like Geno did.
Yeah,
like, because I don't think Rich had that Gruden before he got to the Raiders. You know what I mean? So, and Geno had his Gruden before he got here. He got to play with him first. You know what I mean? He got to play with Pete in Seattle, which I think that's why this is good for him, because he's getting back to probably where he played his best ball under. So where like this might, but bro, Gannon was on a different level, dog.
He was different, bro.
Yeah. And also it was a different time.
And he played with fucking two Hall of Famers. Like, I mean, bro, like,
he had 2 number ones.
What made Rich Gannon? What made Rich Gannon what he was Rich Gannon? I mean, Gruden, bro. Gruden came up with this new West Coast style, a new thing. It was old West Coast, but he spreaded you out. He ran pounded look at the running backs that Rich Gannon had, bro.
Yeah.
Powerhouse name guys, dude. He had a fullback, he had all that. But Rich Gannon did things that Geno can do, but I would think that Rich Gannon was a little bit quicker, a little sidearm movement. Rich Gannon was doing that shit way before fucking Mahomes is doing. You know, Mahomes might be
a good chance in Kansas
he was
City.
tough, bro. He didn't get it. He was backing up Joe Montana, dude. So what the you can't. Yeah. You know, they're talking about learning and watching and seeing, bro. He got it from the best, and then he went into the young Gruden, the fucking dude that had a whole bunch of shit in his mind and let it loose on Rich Gannon.
New shit too.
It was new to football, bro. And Chip Kelly,
he revolutionized.
He revolutionized the game, just like when Chip Kelly.
It was the Mike. It was like the he was under Mike Holmgren, right?
Yeah, he was under Mike Holmgren and Andy Reid, all those guys.
Also a Super Bowl winning coach and all of them too. Like, I mean, he learned under the great too, dog. You know what I mean? So it's like Gruden took that and made it his own shit. And then I think that's where Rich never got that chance before. But once he got with him, like you seen, I don't think Geno's the top play of Geno will probably ever be the top play of Gannon. But I think Geno will play a lot better now that he's back with probably Pete. You know what I mean? Because I think he has that trust with his coach.
And if Pete trusts him, there was never a situation where Rich Gannon was out. Yeah. There wasn't no competition with Andrew Walter and fucking all these other guys with Rich Gannon. You know what I mean? It wasn't there. So why Pete Carroll's gonna say this is my guy? That's it. There ain't no competition who started. You can say it. We can say it all. We could throw it up your ass if we want to, but it ain't gonna happen, bro. Unless
I don't pay, but all eyes, you ain't lying. You all eyes ain't lying though. Like this might be a very, very like who knows? He could be Gannon 2.0 just because of the simple fact, the added element of Chip Kelly. Because Chip Kelly could get very, very creative with the way that Geno is accurate. Dog. Like the way Geno is accurate, I don't know. Chip can like it's always going to be on that too. Like that always gets downplayed on a great quarterback because the quarterback's always going to get the praise. But like you always behind every great quarterback, you get these great fucking offensive coordinators. Dog. You get the Andy Reids, you get the fucking. You know, you get these guys that are like are just great, dog. Like Kevin O'Connell's right now. Like you see every quarterback that he's probably worked with right now is good. You know what I mean? Like you see these coaches that can get the best out of these quarterbacks, which I just think that it's I don't know, man. I think that that's gonna probably be a great situation for Geno right now. Like obviously his head coach has the trust in him, and now pairing that up with an offensive coordinator who's innovative, who plays to the strength of his team, of what's working. You know what I mean? If the running game's working, he's not gonna go away from that. He's not gonna make put a big plate on Geno's plate. If he's not gonna put a big shit on Geno's plate if Ashton's carrying the load. You know what I mean? He's gonna let that play out. And if Geno's having a hot streak or whatever, like he's gonna let him do that shit to where if Bowers is balling one game, let him do that shit. I think that's going to be the perfect situation for Geno right now. His coach believes in him, and he has an offensive coordinator who can be the best offensive coordinator that he's ever worked with.
The thing that's good about this, the stuff offensively with Geno is that I don't have a problem with Geno. It's just that if Geno is known, if he throws the ball over 35 times, shit bad happens. That's just about unless you the big time name, all pro, Hall of Fame dudes, they could do that shit. The thing about Chip Kelly, what impresses me so much is that the dude, he wants to run the football. And we said that when we had Getsy. Getsy designed plays to run. It just didn't work with us and the running backs that we had. You can have a mind-blowing offensive coordinator, right? But if he's a running guy and then it doesn't work out with his protections or the way he flows with the offense, then Geno needs that running game for him to blossom as a passer, as a play action, mastermind and play action. So we seen on a note that the people that were there saying he did a play action that throws the defense. That's great to hear right there, bro. That means that you're doing things that freezes the defense. And I'm not expecting that it would freeze the linebackers or the secondary, especially for our team. I wouldn't be surprised that happens a lot. But that's bad defensively that these guys are getting froze up by OTA running plays. You know, but that running game has to be on point. Game one, game one, it has to be on point. I don't want this bullshit. Dude, run the damn ball. Let's do it. Finally, let's do it. It's gonna be unknown to us.
51 in the fucking
it's gonna be known to us. It's gonna be known. It's gonna be. We're not gonna be unknown. It says we had JJ. They'll have a great running game. We're gonna say what's going on here. Then it's gonna make our team just better. Then I'm cool with the offense, bro. It's just defensively, I'm not stressed out about it. Just making me tweak. Like, man, how can we say that? You know, how can we say this? But besides getting it together offensively on the offensive line part, you know, I'm cool with what we got, who we got there, and who playing there, or the young guys that we have. I'm cool with that. But all in all, we need to sign our best offensive lineman, bro. We can't be saying, "Oh, he got to do it for minimum pay," and he ain't the dude. That's our best offensive lineman. We need to pay
What
that
about
dude.
Coach Miller?
We don't need to, yeah, we don't need to pay him. He's not asking for what that dude just signed. That what's it called? But at least give him a top, 15 lineman what they get paid because he's one of those. We don't have another guy to replace him.
Mm. Shout out Roy. He says, with all the weapons we have, if we finally score points, and then ultimately our defense has to do their job for us to succeed. We need to see the first 4 games. I'm sorry. We need to see the first 4 games, see what we're going to be. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. I agree with you on that one. Question, what happened on Tuesday night, Raider Nation Live? Is the panel on strike? No, we're actually going to be, shout out to the 63 in the building. We were kind of a little on a hiatus. We took a couple weeks off, you know what I mean? There wasn't really much going on and stuff like that, but we're going to be back. We started again on Thursdays last week, but we're going to be going Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays every week right here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like and comment, man. You know what I mean? We appreciate you guys. And yeah, we're going to be here a lot more moving forward. You know, we're getting ramped up. We took a little bit of break because I think last season we were on shit consistently, even on Fridays sometimes. So yeah, but no,
I'd probably see us even more than the regular 3 days. You'll probably even see us more. And I mean, because I think we'll have a lot of shit to talk about, so sometimes we won't get it in the hour, 2 hours and shit like that. But I think we'll be able to go live more, dog, like maybe more frequently if because I don't know, man. I just have a feeling like this year might not be what everybody's thinking to, or like I mean, not everybody, but because obviously there's some people who obviously don't think that we're quite there yet, but. I just think that it's gonna be exciting here, man. It's gonna be some crazy action. I just don't think that we're gonna be undercoached. I think that's where we're going to see a big difference, and that plays a big role in football. And I think that's why we're going to be in a lot of games. And that's why I kept saying my biggest worry is being young, because being young sometimes it's that like.
Over aggressive, not ready for.
So late in the fourth quarter, it's some of those veterans just have those ways to win, or just it's just different. But like, I just hopefully we can the coaching pays the dividends in that, like to where that doesn't hurt us as much. The youth doesn't hurt us as much because the coaching, is just better. It's because that's the equalizer. You know what I mean? I think. Because you can have veterans, but if you have a bunch of veterans out there, because we've had a lot of those teams to where like they're just here for a paycheck, right? So like that's why coaching in the NFL is big time. We could have a bunch of young guys, but if they're well coached and they're put in the right situations, like I think that we're going to be all right. Regardless of who we have out there, we're going to be all right. And I think we're going to continue to get better. I think that's
the thing, Gabe. That's the day. I agree with you totally with that. I agree. I said we're gonna bump up 2 games just cause coaching, because we're not gonna have the mistakes that we had last year, and we lost games because of coaching. We lost games because people weren't at the same place at the places they're supposed to be. We had a lot of misassignments and things like that. Offensive line blocking, and people that know offensive line know that we were all over the place sometimes. And defensively in the middle of the field, like I say, let's sew that up and let's get that done. We can't see it, but it's a problem. And what I'm saying, Gabe, is that what have we done? Like we even had a linebacker that was known and good. Coverage. I'm cool with the sideline guys. Devin White, great side-to-side guy. Get the perimeter. He could be there for that. But hey, middle of the field, how many times have we seen that, bro? And we just not tired of. And maybe he could sew it up. But in 4 years that Patrick Graham has been here, it's been an ongoing problem, and that's the thing that I'm worried about. It ain't just because it's still Patrick Graham's philosophy. It could be a little bit of Pete Carroll's inspiration of it. We'll do this instead. Okay, fine, we'll do that. And Pete Carroll wants to run the ball, loves to run the ball, and we got an offensive coordinator that can do that. There might be some other things. I have problems with the receiving core. So if that's the problem, there's dudes out there that we could solve that problem instead of having a young guy make a bullshit out of himself, and then we have to talk bad about a 4th round pick that we expect to do 1st round pick shit.
4th round pick shit. Yeah, I was gonna say the same shit. Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
true,
mean?
bro.
High expectations on Thornton, bro. I have high expectations, but me again, I'm not saying that the dude sucks. I'm not saying that he's not gonna do good. It's just saying, wouldn't you feel better if Thornton is in there, somebody behind him that's reliable, that you could have a vet or a vet starting? I would be comfortable with somebody there that could start right off the bat, that we know that got a lot more completions in the NFL, like a Matt Hollins or a Gabe Davis, or I've heard trade rumors of getting rid of Tucker and getting Jawan, Jawan Jay, whatever his name is, that's from the 49ers. That'll be a great pickup. That'll be a great pickup to get him. Jawan Jennings. That'll be great right there. That'll be your number 2 right there, boom, borderline with Jacoby to get it done. To me,
I just seen right now. Remember when we, in 2000, was it 21, 22?
I'm not with Jay. I'm not with Trey Tucker, man. I'm not with him.
I just seen something that
I've been hearing him make some catches though.
He's
A couple of like touchdowns from Geno and shit like that. I keep hearing like it's only been a couple of days, and like I think 2 out of the 3 days I've heard a couple long ass touchdowns from Tucker. You know what I mean? So I mean that doesn't sound too bad either.
You know what? I appreciated that from Trey Tucker. I was like, man, all right, that's good, right? I was like, cool, Trey Tucker do it. I went straight to defenses. Who's letting Trey Tucker do this shit? That just got me concerned more about the DBs. I was like, oh my God, Trey Tucker's getting busy on these DB. Trey Tucker's getting busy on these DB. I was like,
Lou
man,
was good. Chewy.
Lou.
Yo, I just read right now that in the building, I think today or yesterday, Quentin Jefferson, he was with us in 2020.
Oh yeah, he was there on Thursday, I think.
Thursday, yeah.
I think he might. Hopefully, they bring him in for a second, and then they bring him in because he had a pretty good year next to Max. You know what I mean? When he was here. So
that's the year we went to the playoffs.
He's played under Pete too. You know what I mean? He played under Pete in Seattle. So I mean, hopefully we can bring in some. But I mean, he's already known here. You know what I mean? He's already played some football here. He's already played in Vegas. So it ain't nothing new to him either. So played under Pete already too. So
I ain't got no problems with the pass rush.
Yeah,
I like what he's doing. I need the defensive tackle. He's a defensive tackle too. He plays inside, so I know he's more of a pass rushing defensive tackle. But hey, anything helps in the middle. You know what I mean? Anything helps.
That's what Wilkins was.
That's what Wilkins was. Yeah, he's pretty good.
And it doesn't matter what can we get a guy like that? Can we get a guy that has production in the NFL? That's what I mean, bro. That does shit.
Hey. I mean, we brought him in for a fucking visit. Let's see. Hopefully, we can keep him here too, like we did with Jamal. So, like, hopefully, like that the ties with Pete are strong, and and then he already played as a Raider. So, I mean, and he was liked as a Raider. You know what I mean? He thought I was Q. I mean, he had his fucking little nickname Q. Fucking, it's like, fuck it. I mean, I wouldn't mind, bringing him in, huh? I'm pretty sure he's not going to be out for much.
So he was with the Seahawks from 2016 to 19. Then Buffalo Bills and Raiders with 1 year. Went back to the Seahawks. Went to the Jets, Cleveland Browns, and Buffalo Bills. So you know what I mean. So he was part of that team. He didn't really do too much. He did a lot. And the last 2 years, he really hasn't done nothing. 5 games played, 6 tackles with the Browns, and then 7 games. Played and total 6, 2, and 1 sack. So he didn't really do nothing. But in 23, he had 6 sacks, 22, 5.5. With the Raiders, he had 4.5, but he had also a total of 43 tackles, man. So, I mean, that's something that we need in the middle. So,
I think it's also getting a chance, too, because, like, sometimes, when you're let go or whatever it is, you go find the team. When you go try to go find the team, like you're starting from the behind, you know what I mean? You're already starting from behind because most of the teams have their rotation and shit like that, to where like this might be the perfect situation for him because he's already played under Pete. Pete already knows what he has, like he's already familiar with this type, with being a Raider already. Like, so it's like this could be a good situation for him. But like, then again, too, we can't be too wishful thinking either to where
no.
Want to turn back the clock for 3-4 years either. Like, hopefully he could come in here and do something though. Like, because I know he's not gonna ask for much.
He'll be a rotational piece, especially with the older players and stuff like that, especially with the DT not being there. It's all going to be rotational pieces. That's why when everyone was tripping out, like the whole Jamal Adams coming in, stuff like that, the linebackers, stuff like that, like, we're saying that he is older, but yet, like you were saying, Gravy, that he had that fucking, his fucking quad was gone, and then the injuries, and then the last 3 years, he's only played 8 games, bro. You know what I mean? He's going to be more of a rotational piece. He's not going to be the fixture of everything. You know what I mean? So it's like Landon Roberts is going to be that guy, and then Pratt's going to do his thing. Maybe he's not going to have the C on his chest, but you never know. It might move over to him. We'll see what happens. But yeah, dude, like a lot of these guys are going to be rotational players, fresh legs in. You know what I mean? Trying to get some stops. Maybe on a passing down, he'll come in if he signs with us, bro. It's going to be pretty dope.
Hey, you know what would be the best thing, though? Like if those 2 safeties that are nephews to fucking 2 Hall of Famers can become their uncles. They could become their uncles, dog. If Trey Taylor could become Ed Reed, and if fucking Palomalo could become Palomao, dog, that shit, fuck, man.
I think Palomao might be on his way, but Troy Palomao started off from the get as a rookie.
Oh yeah, man. There's
No,
it can be anything.
They have some good bloodlines. You know what I mean? Fucking Trey Taylor's fucking Ed Reed's fucking nephew, and then we got Palomao, fucking Troy Palomao's fucking nephew. So and then Trey Taylor, man, was nothing to laugh at either in college either, man. I mean, that dude was good. They didn't get to see him last year, but I mean, he's in camp. He's healthy. He seems to be out there even getting some snaps, because I think that's expected from a lot of these guys that they want to see, like getting some snaps with the first team. But I heard he got a pick, also. So it's like we'll see, man. We'll see what Trey Taylor could go out there and fucking what he can fucking produce, what he can attribute to this team. So we'll see.
Yeah. One of the things that I am liking it. Go ahead, Gravy, please.
No, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, one of the things that I am liking right now is that like a lot of the shit is shifted off of Brady. Brady's just an owner and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm liking that we actually have some players to talk about. A lot of different things that could possibly happen moving forward, bro. I love that shit. I appreciate Brady. I'm not saying anything like that, but I'm just saying it's like I like that it's more shifting to what we really needed. Head coach, you know what I mean? These are good conversations to be moving forward with, because we got a solid coach. We got a solid, a good team that we can put together and actually have some good momentum moving forward. But we got to get on the same page, man. So,
yeah. Hey, Roy, I know he put right there. I know for sure we're gonna be at the fucking home opener, man. So I mean, that one and the LA game, those 2 games for sure.
For sure.
I know there's a lot of other games that are going to be maybes. I know that there's definitely going to be at least 4 or 5, maybe even a couple more that we make it to. But for sure I am. But I know for sure the 2 that we're going to for sure make it out to, the LA game and that home opener. So
yeah, home opener will be there. Shout out to the GOAT, man. He can hook me up with some tickets. Well, a ticket. So yeah, I haven't told Gravy yet, but yeah. So I know Gravy's going to show up.
I wish Josh was a better friend to me than you.
Bro, it was a last minute thing. He hit me up and I was trying to talk to you about it, but whatever. But yeah, so I will be there for sure.
He posted the. I think he had posted like who wanted.
Yeah, he posted that one, but like we already talked about it. We already got it all worked out and shit. So, but yet that night, I know we're gonna be tailgating over there with you guys. I know Raider Dubs Sunday night is gonna be
Sunday night, dog. That shit's crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna be fucking tailgating all day.
Yep. Well, yeah. I mean, shit. So we were talking about it today, and I think they open at 4 because it's 7, so it's only 3 hours before the game. So if you guys are gonna be in Vegas, they're gonna start tailgating at 4 o'clock or like 3:30. So you know what I mean. So it's like once you get out there and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be there early. I'm gonna be like there 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then you know what I mean. It's gonna be good, man. I'm gonna
be walking around the stadium for fucking 8 hours, or
hell no! I'm gonna be in my room. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna meet up with Gabe or wherever you're gonna be at. And then I know Ark's gonna go, and
Staying at the motel. I'll be staying at the Motel 6 right there, right by the stadium.
Hey, go for it, man. When I turn around, and told you just get a room right there, like just get rooms there, and you're like, no, I'm not.
Hey, I know that it's going to be fucking hot. It's going to be September. It's going to be the beginning of September, so it's still going to be hot as fuck. So I'm probably going to be in the pool.
All morning.
Probably be in the pool till we got to go tailgating and shit like that out because it's going to be hot. I know it's going to be hot.
I'll be at the Jabberwocky concert, bro. Right before the game.
Jabberwocky? Are you?
Watch that shit. I'll be dancing to the tailgate.
Hey, I wouldn't mind going see that shit. I remember seeing them motherfuckers on MTV.
Jabberwocky's a dope, bro. I seen them in Fresno when they came. You were young though, like a long ass time ago. Yeah, they're dope.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And that or Usher, bro. Does Usher still have a fucking residency over there? I think he does, huh?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not going here for Usher. I'm not going for Cher. I'm not going for Elvis impersonators. I'm going to watch my motherfucking team win.
You look like a big old Latino Kid Frost Elvis, bro. You look like
shout out to my two
Let's go. Let's fucking go,
man, for sure. Hell yeah, let's fucking
go. I'm at luck.
70 people up in here watching us throw games.
I'm probably gonna stay at the Silverton. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe one of those fucking. There's a lot of hotels that I don't know. I don't want to give up my location.
Oh man,
I'll be at the Lux, man. You guys got any problems, man? Hit me up. Shit, I ain't hard to find.
You stay at a fucking 2-star hotel, bro.
It's 2.5, 2.8.
They ain't even got a buffet over there, bro. Motel 6 got a buffet. Shit.
They got a buffet. It was like $40, but shit, they got that
motherfucker. Bro. Motel stand outside. They barbecuing outside.
I'll probably stay at that Silverton was actually really fucking nice, though.
Where you at last time?
Yeah. It's right before the
stadium. Right
out the window, you can see the stadium.
I don't even know what that is.
Hey, I'm going up there Sunday. I'm gonna kick it at with I think Lunatic having that little pool party and shit. I'm gonna go raid that, smash that.
Go.
Oh, Carrot Top. Nah, fuck
shit.
Nah, but it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be hell dope. I'm fucking ready. I want to go right now, bro.
I think my sister and then they have a fucking Airbnb already out there too and shit like that for that weekend. Like, so they're gonna have.
Let's go smash that, Lo. We don't have to worry about paying for no hotel. Shit, we can sleep on the floor over there. I ain't gonna sleep.
I'll sleep in the garage, bro. Fuck it, let's roll.
There you go.
Just give me a car.
I got two. Hey, I got 2 cods, bro. We can just put them right there with some blankets.
Fucking put it right there.
They're still in my truck, bro. They're still in my truck.
I'll probably might just go up there too. I'll just fucking get my tent and throw it in their backyard because I know it's a house. I'll just fucking pitch a tent in the backyard.
There it is.
Yeah.
Later game.
Hot as hell. No, I was looking at the weather. It's supposed to be like it averages about 95, and then at night it's gonna be like 70s. So,
dog,
it's like Fresno, bro. Just like Fresno.
I know.
It gets hot still. I remember last time we went to the opening day, and it was digits. It was in the triple digits, dog. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the LA game as last year because that shit was fucking horrible. Because
Desert Heat's not bad.
Because once you get in the stadium, it's totally different. Because inside the stadium it's 70 degrees, right? So you're good, but I'm talking about Vegas in the fucking in the early September is still hot as fuck, dog. Even at nighttime.
Sounds like when I travel to Europe, good times.
I'll be cool with it because I ain't sick no more, bro. So I'll be running up the stairs, bro. I'll be running up the stairs, bro. You get the new gravy this time, bro. I ain't hurt no more. Anything. Get ready for that tailgate, bro. We go skinny dip at fucking Loon's party over there. Watch out.
Whoa, I will definitely not be showing up to that one.
What's up?
The LA game, I'm glad that it's later on. I'm glad that it's later on in the year, November. So it's gonna be a lot colder, but in September, dog, or even I don't know, man.
It's hot over there. It's
October.
Hot.
It's next year. The next year that it's on October or November, I might just skip the fucking LA game. I don't give a fuck if it's closed, dog, because that shit was
gets like that.
Crazy, bro. Gravy.
Early.
I sat next to Gravy, dog. Gravy was like, fuck. This was about to get fucking naked in this bitch.
And I was sick, bro. Gabe looked worse than me. Gabe looked worse than Arkham, bro. And Arkham pulled it out, bro.
Shout out
Ark the legend, bro.
Art the legend, the drunk legend right there. Okay, popped out.
I was already like
this.
down to my muscle shirt, dog, just fucking wiping my sweat, just like, what the fuck is going
shit
on, dog?
It came with the Gripper Raider shit. We got shirts and everything. Motherfucker just, nah, I taking all this shit up. He was undressing at the game, bro. And then we lost. I walked 40,000 steps that day, bro. The fuck that.
You said 40,000 for real? You did?
Fuck,
yeah, we walked 40,000.
I like get on gravy.
My watch was blowing up saying slow down and shit, bro. I was all sick.
You sick.
Now I do 50, bro. I'll be running over there, bro. I'll be running. I don't need that shit. I'm an Uber
watch
by
like, hey, bro.
Hop on my back. Hop on my back. Let's go. I ain't playing this no more. I'm ready.
Hey, whoever is there though, like on opening night, dog.
It's gonna be a good time.
I'm gonna have the bud. I'm gonna have, you know, the bomb,
Sunday's
the bomb,
football
bomb.
too.
Sunday's
football. Oh yeah, so
I think
I'll be at Caesars.
That same weekend is the Canelo Crawford fight too.
Yeah,
we can watch that. You can watch that at a casino, huh?
Yep.
On Saturday, dog. We might watch that. I might watch that at my sister's Airbnb, dog. I might just take the fucking, you know. They're probably gonna most likely have a TV out there, so we're probably gonna just watch that shit there, do the fight party there.
Oh yeah.
Then go out. You know what I mean? Right after the fight, go out. Because I know Vegas is gonna be cracking after that. But
let's see in the reserves.
Sometimes during those big ass fights, they won't play them at the casinos, dog. Like you have to go pay like $50-$60 at some club where they're showing it, you know, on the big screen.
That's Saturday though, huh? That's Saturday, huh?
Yeah, that's Saturday. So like
early.
They do that shit in Vegas, dog. They're not gonna let you watch that shit for free. They're gonna put that shit in a private little club that they have or a little bar that they have. They're gonna like curtain it off, and you're gonna have to pay like $50-$60 to get in there or whatever.
But what I'm looking at right now is get there Sunday like afternoon time or whatever. And then post up at the spot, and then do whatever on Sunday. I watch game. I want to get there like before 10, so I could go like to Caesars or MGM and watch.
The game. You know where it's a perfect place to hook up with the game? The Circa, bro. Like the place that has the pool, but it has all those fucking screens with all the football on Sunday.
So does the Caesars. Yeah. I want to hook up with Loon's having his party. I'll go there or 805 or somebody that's there.
Everyone's gonna be out there.
Somebody watch it. Just wait for Lo to get there. And
the only thing is like those pools. Those shits are fucking crazy. Like, you don't know what those fuck is in those pools.
Yeah.
I don't jump in swimming pools, man. That's
steaming.
By the time it's noon, bro, it's all pissed.
Everything in that motherfucker out there.
Bro, I'd rather jump in the fucking river or lake, bro.
In that motherfucking water.
Fucking organisms all in there, bro. Fuck all that.
There's all kinds of different shit in that water now. There's not enough chlorine they can put in that water to fucking clean that, to kill
triple shot that shit.
So fried.
Triple shot that, but that's cool.
You come out that bitch pregnant.
With the disease or something, bro. You get rabies and
like, bro, I got
gonorrhea.
Like, damn, bro. Like, how do you come back from a fucking trip like that? Like, I swear I didn't cheat. I got pregnant by the pool water. Yeah. I got pregnant by the pool water.
All kind of mijos swimming around in there, bro, still alive.
All kind of mijos. Stupid.
Don't think chlorine don't do shit. They drink that shit. They go swimming like that. Little gravy spinning around. A bunch of little gravy spinning around there, bro. That's what it is. Don't go in the jacuzzi. In the jacuzzi, bro. The hot water don't do shit.
Hell yeah. Oh shit, man. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro. We're gonna we had 70 people in this bitch, man. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like on the way out. We will be live.
Sunday show.
Yeah, we will be live Tuesday at 6, Thursday at 6, and we're going back to the 3 days a week, man. Hopefully you guys have a great fucking week. I know it's gonna be barely starting off, man. We always tell you guys around these parts, be thankful what you do got, what you don't drink and drive. And they say don't drink. I said just don't drink and drive. And how we always end the show on every single time. Remember, we're gonna be live Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays at 6 o'clock.
Hey, wait. Let me say one thing, before you do that. Hey, a fantasy league, Holler Squad, Raider Nation Live Fantasy. Some people bounced out. Let me know if you're interested. I'll let you know what's cool, what's good. Good players, not no figure it out fantasy shit. If you want to be cool, do it. Let me know. Get that.
And if you're gonna be a
Gravy,
part of
find
that, if you're gonna be a part of that too, for real, make trades because Gravy was bitching about trades the whole fucking season, and nobody was making no trades.
You guys know. Only the people that win do that. You stick with your team all year, you ain't gonna be shit. You be a sorry ass. Even Gabe knows that. Even Gabe knows that.
Let's get out of here, man. Like while we finish it on every single fucking show, man. All three. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders. All right, man. You guys have a good week, man. We'll see you on Tuesday night. All right. Peace.